interesting team comps that, if played correctly, can develop into a really nice mid to late game.
Yeah, very true. I will say that Kog'Maw's probably got the sieging potential, or the sieging advantage because of that increased range, but that's about, I don't know. I feel like that's probably the only advantage I'd say he's got over Twitch right here, just because they're both so delicate, and they're both going to have that high team fighting potential.
No, I definitely agree that Purple Team's going to have to be a little bit more careful because Twitch is a much better ADC in a team fight, just because of that way that his ultimate works. But I feel like in an extended fight, something where they can just kind of run away from the blue team, Purple Team has a better extended, drawn-out fight.
Yeah.
With the disengage to support that, too.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Purple Team, if they just group and, like, kite, like, a lot, they'll win the fight. Well, like, it's weird because they've got Teemo Shrooms. If those are properly placed and... Oh, crap. I wasn't paying attention. That's totally Jimmy the Slayer's Smurf account.
Is it really?
Yeah, it really is.
God bless.
Jimmy,
alright. Jimmy, what are you doing?
I wasn't looking. No! I wasn't thinking about it. That's totally a Smurf. So
what do we do? It's alright. You know what?
What did
now
he
we know.
doing, Jimmy?
We would have invited you on your regular account, dude.
It just makes it so much easier so we can know.
It makes it so much easier. Don't try to do a Smurf. Just let us know. We'll get you in. You were still a new blood.
Oh.
God damn it.
God bless. Forget everything I've said. Forget everything I've said. Put on your hard hats.
Alright, this is gonna be brutal. How does Wukong survive against Jimmy the Slayer? It's not even Teemo. How does he survive against Jimmy?
Don't die. Just, even if you give up 40 farm, by God, don't die.
Please don't die, man.
Don't die.
God damn it.
No. I should have been paying more attention. I should have warned them.
We should always ban Teemo, guys, just in case it's Jimmy Smurf.
I didn't tell them I love them before they left the house. The last thing we said to each other, we were in an argument. This is the worst. They're gonna die.
The last thing we did was make fun of that Twitch first pick. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys.
Gank team. Gank the team.
Yeah, that dramatically changes this matchup. I really feel like Shen needs to go to that red buff bot side, get the blue buff, and then you just go on Jimmy.
Even then, he's gotta be careful because the move quick is strong. Oh my goodness, Wukong starts longsword 3-pot. Just no. Take the flask, brother. I know you want to kill him, but like.
Guys, if you're not a regular to the stream, Jimmy the Slayer is our resident Diamond 2 Teemo ringer who decides to show up and kill top laners and win games with Teemo.
Oh.
It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Let's just abandon this game and go to another one.
Well, hold on. Let's look at the balance here. I mean, he's here, but I don't think there was any way we could have balanced it even if we knew it was Jimmy.
No, yeah, we definitely saw Jimmy lose a game last time we streamed too.
But I went and cut up that video. It's an hour-long video, pretty much. It took a long time for that to happen.
Yes, it did.
And we were sitting there tearing our hair out.
Yes, we were. Okay, so let's talk about some of the item purchases. We see the Doran's ring on Jimmy the Slayer. Pretty much what I would expect out of him. Oh, it's Jimmy went mid lane. Interesting.
Oh, okay. So who's the... Okay, they sent the Yasuo to the top lane and Jimmy to the mid.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know the Ahri Teemo matchup very well, but I expect Jimmy does. And I also expect he's going to be able to abuse Ahri's low auto attack range.
Yeah, that and the durations between the cooldowns. If we can dodge that Orb of Deception top lane, Dragon Lord putting some hatred down on Prince Sexy Turd, and he's gonna dip down and help. He needs to pop these potions. Don't get greedy.
Yeah, his skills might be inferior, man. This is... Shin has taken such a long time in the jungle too, by the way. We see... He got beat up, dude. He just manages to kill that buff. Pantheon's already cleaned up an extra camp. And we see Pantheon trying to go in for a sneaky gank here, try to maybe intercept Shen at the blue buff, but Shen's not there.
Yeah, if you suspected that Shen would start that red buff, considering he doesn't really need the mana or energy regen from blue, but Shen did start that blue.
Yep, and we see Mr. President open up with a double CS lead in the bot lane. Really abusing that Janna extra AD on the shield. Just walking forward, getting as much poke damage on the Dame in the fall as possible. Is it me or is that Kog'Maw skin huge?
He looks enormous in that skin.
Like, that is ginormous, dude.
I'm not sure why he is so big, but top lane Prince Sexy Turret taking some more damage. Use your potions, man! Don't buy these potions and then just sit on them. You're scaring me, because if Pantheon shows up, you're done. You need to have as much health as possible when he arrives, or else you're going to get domed or something.
Yeah, well, I kind of would expect Pantheon just to dive this guy with that double turret shot block that he can pull up. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. That's not what they're looking for, but Prince Sexy Turret does find out that Tim the Toolman Taylor is there. He finally decides to pop his potions after he takes so much damage, but if he was at a higher amount of health, he could have been making more even trades with Yasuo and getting more damage down.
Yep, so one thing I want to also point out is, though DCB is going to get beat up by Jimmy the Slayer here, I think the Ahri can do better with less gold than the Wukong could have. Because I expect whoever Jimmy to go against to lose the lane, which we see currently. But DCB will always have the potential to snipe with his charm, and he'll have a little bit of damage with his Q and his ulti. So it's probably better that this matchup panned out this way, as we see Shen trying to sneak up onto Jimmy. Charm goes out and misses. Shin's trying to get into range for the taunt, but he's probably not going to do it as Teemo pushes his gotta go fast button.
Yep, gotta hop quick.
Gotta hop quick,
Gotta hop quick. So, top lane, Prince Sexy Turret 1v1 against Dragon Lord, and it's gonna be the barrier that keeps him alive there after he pops his clone and actually uses it to avoid some damage.
Almost went down to minions too. Minions took him down to 14 health at the tail end of the fight. Oh man, yeah. Looks like Yasuo underestimated that barrier right there.
Yep, and Prince Sexy Turret, I guess I misjudged it. He ends up getting the bargain, managing to save himself a potion.
Yeah.
Even if it means that I might die, god dang it, I'm saving this potion until I absolutely need it.
35 gold is really important, man.
That's a lot of money back in my day.
Back in my
Potion was
day.
a nickel. But now that's 25 cents, or 35 cents, I gotta save it.
Yep. Man, Tim Allen is looking for Shen right now. He goes in on the chocobos, on the chickens.
He finds him at the chicken camp, is not going to be able to... Actually, he does get the damage down. DCB comes around, lands the Orb of Deception across the wall there. The red buff slow from Frown Power is going to keep Tim Allen in position here. But he's not going to be able to get enough damage down. Tim Allen turns right back around as... Jimmy shows up, he gets the damage down, and now that might be a double kill for Jimmy. No, not quite.
That flash... Yeah,
oh my goodness. God dang it, that poison lasts so long. You gotta be kidding me. It makes me mad every time I see it.
What's worse than a Teemo that's 20 CS up? A Teemo with 2 kills and red buff. 20 CS up.
Yeah.
This is just brutal, man.
So, that lane's done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There is an outplay that can happen because of the mobility that's on DCB, but like, Jimmy's not the kind of player to let it happen.
Well, this is definitely where you will show your skill as a mid laner, what you can do with this huge deficit. And we see Jimmy going for the massive disrespect, picking up that Magi's.
Oh my goodness, top lane, Dragon Lord and Prince Sexy Turret go 1v1. Bottom lane, the slow lands onto George P. Riddell, the president himself, but no follow-up happens from that. Cutie Kitty doing a great job of being a Secret Service member.
Yeah, well, you know, aside from Alistar and Braum, I think John is probably the best Secret Service agent out there.
Yeah. Not quite as burly, but pretty effective.
But, you know, you can be not burly and being the Secret Service man. Janna does it with style. She doesn't even take a bullet. She just knocks him away.
Yeah.
That's the way I would want to do that job. I don't know about you, man. Oh my goodness.
Asking in chat, he's like, wait, Soul Stealer is retroactive? No, it just starts with 5 stacks.
Yes, guys, that was a buff. Magi's got changed so that it starts with 5 stacks, but now it loses, I believe, yep. Instead of the 1/3 it lost before, it loses half of its current stacks.
Oh my goodness!
So,
look at the shroom placement here from Jimmy.
Oh, as we see, Frown Power coming in, but he's only level 4.
Uh-oh. Dash in from DCB. Charm lands onto Teemo, and he's going to kite back towards his shroom. He gets it, which triggers the kill switch. Oh my goodness, and he picks up the money anyway. Shen being able to pick up that kill afterwards, though.
I mean, he did lose half of his
Top lane, Dragon Lord gets taken down very low by Prince Executor. This is the problem with Yasuo. If he faces up against another melee laner who isn't afraid of taking 1 or 2 Qs to the face, he will lose. He'll just straight up lose because he can't block anything with Wind Wall and he gets toasted.
Yeah, and oh my goodness,
There it is.
that Hydra pop for lethal. Yeah. Wukong recognized that he took the early advantage and just is burying Yasuo at the moment.
Oh yeah. He said, "I've got a team and you've got what's that? An Avarice blade and a pair of brown bag shoes. That's not going to be enough."
This is another one of those problems with Yasuo is when you fall behind, you still want to build that critical, but even though its critical is good on Yasuo, it's not really an efficient combat stat. So you will keep falling behind, man, especially in the island that is top lane. Oh no.
DCB complaining about what is it? What's that called? Magi's, but he doesn't realize that the cost has been increased considering it holds more stacks at the beginning. I think it costs what, 200 gold more or something like that?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more expensive. Oh my goodness, as a devastating blow comes into Dragon Lord for a quarter of his hit points.
Oh my goodness. He didn't even use his Tiamat when he went in. You're supposed to double tap that after your Q lands. There it is.
There he goes.
He didn't hit it again, did he? Yeah, he didn't use it. He needs to hit that thing.
Yeah, it's also an auto reset. Like, it's really important to use that item.
Yeah, like, not only would it reduce the amount of turret damage you would have taken, but like in trades, that's why you get it, because your trades can be so quick that you can use it to get back out.
Anytime you have an auto reset mechanic, use it every opportunity in a duel. Every single opportunity. It doesn't matter what it is. We see DCB coming in for the charm right here. George P. Burdell catches the exhaust, but John on monsoons him away. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. George P. Burdell looks like he's actually going to get out of this one alive. Oh, the geometry! Oh, no. Demon of the Fall lands the one auto attack he needs, and he's going to get exploded by that cog mob. Ping's going down in this rush here, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, as we see there, the president believes in mutually assured destruction. Jimmy the Slayer coming in for the Twitch that was a little bit greedy right here. I don't think he's getting away.
No, not quite.
Oh my
Here's the chunking
goodness.
damage. The Ignite goes down, reducing the amount of healing. Shennon's shield comes down, but it's not going to be enough to save his life, and he's just laying eggs all over the place.
Yeah, this is I actually really like Jimmy mid on this Teemo because he gets so much dragon control with his shroom placements.
That is very true. No one can approach that dragon safely with those shrooms there. It's just impossible. You can either like you can just line up the front of the pit with like 2 of them, and there's no way to get around it.
Yeah. One thing we didn't talk about that we're seeing in this game is obviously the Shin jungle. What are your thoughts on this Shin jungle, man?
I think there's just too many other picks that are better qualified to fill the role. I feel like Shen Jungle's a little bit too slow and his ganks are kind of iffy. You can see them coming from a long time away, and the early CC that comes out of that taunt isn't long enough to really lock someone down.
Fair enough, though I do think that the devastating, whatever the attack speed, oh my goodness, is George P. Burdell does catch the slow on him. And trades back all of, oh my god, Dragon Lord gets whirlwinded up top lane and just goes down.
Yep, goes down all the way there. Prince Sexy Turn almost dies to the tower though, and he's gonna walk away with just a sliver of HP.
Prince Sexy Turn is still mismanaging his Hydra pop, which by the way, guys, you don't ever need to finish your Hydra.
Not on Wukong, anyway. On Riven, sure. Wukong, it's a different ballgame because you can't lifesteal in tornadoes, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're not buying the Tiamat with intentions on ever finishing that item. You build that Tiamat for the auto reset, like we're talking about. That is where your trade power is, not in the lifesteal, especially on Wukong.
Exactly. Not only that, but the wave push is really nice on Tiamat.
Yeah, very, very true. Demon of the Fall, a little bit aggressive there. Gets caught out, catches a Kog'Maw R.
Yep,
Oh my goodness.
Oh, mid lane, DCB goes in. Oh my goodness, the placements. Jeez, Jimmy baits him directly. I don't know if it was an intentional bait or if he's a soothsayer or what. But he puts his shroom in the exact proper spot to hit one of the.
Sell your soul to the devil that is Teemo, which Jimmy the Slayer has done.
Oh my goodness!
It does not matter where. Yeah. Though, I wonder if Wukong is ahead enough to deal with Jimmy. Sure, he's down 50 gold. Oh my goodness, his Damon Lord does get. We do see the Hydro Pop coming on a Damon Lord. Please don't dive, thank you.
Yep.
Do you think Wukong is fed enough to deal with Jimmy at this point?
I wouldn't even worry about him. What I would do is get some Moby Boots and show up bot lane. I would ignore it completely. Oh, looks like Tim Allen jumps down into the turret there. Good channel ult. He's actually going to give him enough health to stay alive there, but that turret did work.
Yeah, between the Vel'Koz R and the turret, Pantheon took so much damage. Oh man.
But
we do see. Yeah.
As far as that Wukong goes, I would just show up bottom, try to get a double kill, and then get Dragon.
Yeah, kind of like what we were talking about last game. He needs to try to get another lane snowballing because he's already far enough ahead at this point, right?
Yeah. This
inner
turret's okay. Alright, here we go. Jimmy shows up bottom lane. Auto attack lands. Blind chunks him for a fifth of his HP and he goes down under the tower. Cutie Kitty turns around, gets charmed out by DCB. Good exhaust goes down. Heal's going to keep her alive through this ignite. Oh, DCB dashes back over the wall and Orb of Deception will grab the kill, but that dot from Teemo is super strong.
And that roam does get them a dragon, and unfortunately we see, like we were talking about, Wukong by just pushing top lane is actually probably costing his team at this point. Sure, he's getting further and further ahead, but he's not being aggressive enough with his gold lead to compensate for Jimmy, who we see just roaming around the map, picking up more kills, more neutral objectives.
Yep. What I would do is show up to this lane, push Dragon Lord in, run into the jungle, proxy farm a wave, then rotate.
I like it. I can dig it. This is, I mean, it's definitely hard to make this call, because we've all been in that position where we're in an unfamiliar lane, and we get a lead and we just don't know what to do with it.
Right.
And somebody else is snowball. You don't try to kill the guy on the other line. You try to assist your second lane that is losing, but not as badly as Jimmy the Slayer is beating DCB at the moment.
Yeah.
This is...
The other reason you don't want to approach Teemo is because you don't know what kind of shroom coverage he has right now. Right now it's pretty sparse because, you know, most of them are getting hit. But it's just, if you hit one of these things, it will just destroy you. Let me see.
Yeah, as we see, Jimmy he recognizes that clone is a clone and goes full Soothsayer running down for Prince Sexy Turd.
Oh my goodness, this is why you don't want to quite engage him. Shannon Shield is going to come out and save his life here, actually.
Ooh.
Oh, turn back around, Dragon Lord, please! What are you doing? Hit him! Oh my goodness, a shroom pops here, and it looks like that's going to take out a huge amount of HP from Frown Power, allowing Dragon Lord to pick up another kill.
Yeah, Shen actually dashing there might have, or Jimmy put down an excellent shroom as Wukong was coming forward, and Wukong died to the explosion from that Teemo shroom.
Yeah. But that right there is why if I was playing by Wukong, I would not approach this Teemo. It's just not needed. Like, when you've got the matchup you have bottom lane, if he has Moby Boots, he can stealth into the turret, like stealth right in front of the turret, pretty much walk directly up to George P. Burdell, and then knock both him and Janna, get on the far side towards the enemy turret, and even if she ulties, he gets knocked in the direction that they're trying to escape.
Okay. We do see DCB trying to get up behind this Yasuo right now, and looks like he's going to get it as he does use his ultimate to dash forward. Ooh, nice block on the Orb of Deception.
Yep, he does get the block there. Now Wukong shows up to try to probably clean up this kill. Yep, it looks like DCB is going to land that himself, though. Jimmy the Slayer is starting to hop towards this bottom lane, though. Everyone back away. Blue side says nope.
No, thank
you, friends. I am getting out of here.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, and we do see Jimmy doing exactly what we expect. We just see all of the shrooms coming on the spot side, trying to get that dragon control. This is going to be rough. Tim Allen fighting Prince Sexy Turd in the top lane, but that's not going to go anywhere as Prince Sexy Turd has a 4-level lead.
Good damage comes out. Tim Allen landing not much damage at all. DCB flashes forward to pick up this kill, and now these guys need to crush this turret, but it's actually Jimmy who turns back around. Turn on Jimmy!
Guys!
It's a 2v1! Wait, does Wukong not have ulti? He's got ulti. Wait, what?
No, he used it on that
Wait, no, it's up
Tim
right now.
Allen gang. That Tim Allen fight. Oh no, he does.
Yeah,
What the heck?
He's got it up. I would have totally knocked him over. Okay, Charm does not land. He steps on the shroom. It's too late now.
Oh
but
no.
When he had first come up behind you, you could have wrecked him.
Yeah, he allowed Jimmy the Slayer to put a shroom in where he was gonna dash, and Jimmy did and killed him. It's as simple as that. Ooh man, they're just not being aggressive enough on these Teemo plays. They're hesitant to jump on them when they see him because they think it's a trap. By the time they decide to go, it is actually a trap.
Yeah, the hesitation is the truth as a knockup lands in the mid lane from Dragon Lord.
And this is what we were worried about, is like Kog'Maw's siege potential and the ability for Red Team just to drag these fights out with Janna and Teemo shrooms.
Yep.
Despite the Wukong's huge lead, Kog'Maw is so far ahead and Jimmy's so far ahead. These dragged out fights, these sieges are just going to be brutal for Blue Team to hold.
Yeah,
And one thing we didn't address is Blue Team has no wave clear. Absolutely none.
Well, they've got the Vilcos, but since he's support, the AP is not going to be enough to knock over the waves. But yeah, it's going to
take a full Vel'Koz rotation to take out an entire wave.
Technically, they can do it if Prince Executor feels ballsy.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my! The kill switch gets triggered, and he just sidesteps the charm casually. Oh my goodness!
That shroom alone almost takes out the Twitch right there too. The fadeaway explosion. Oh my goodness, man! This Jimmy, you are a dirty, dirty man. As he
okay, all right, Jimmy.
Jimmy, just stop. Jimmy, you get a timeout for the night. This is dirty.
Oh. Stun going down on Prince Executor from Tim Allen, and Tim Allen's going to make sure he can't approach the team how he wants to. Charging up a tornado that's not going to hit anything.
Yeah, I like the way Tim Allen is building, by the way. He recognized that Jimmy and Kog'Maw were so far ahead that his team didn't need additional damage, so he immediately starts building tanky stats.
Yep.
Definitely what you want to do when you have two damage lanes that are snowballing and you're the jungler.
Well, look at their comp as well. Like, they've got no one to really soak damage, and the closest thing they can put together is going to be that Pantheon with that defensive passive. So it's good on him to make sure he gets the early damage on the cooldown reduction, then Warrior Enchant, and then just go straight tank through the rest of the game.
Really, really intelligent decision there. Stretch, what could Blue Team have done differently, aside from Wukong trying to roam and do his pressure a little bit different? Because I feel like they just kind of lost lanes on the blue side, and there's not much you can say about that.
Yeah, because like bottom lane got kind of outplayed. Red side won that.
Oh my God, Jimmy gets taunted, decides to turn around and takes out Twitch before he falls over there.
Yeah.
He just decides to kill Twitch before he falls over.
He blinded him for like half of his HP. It's like, I'm blind. Also, I have no more arms. What kind of dart is that?
Dodges the charm there. Janna with a sick ulti.
Knockup coming out from Vel'Koz is going to interrupt that Pantheon a little bit. Prince Executor goes in with Shen on his back. Shen comes in, lands the taunt onto George P. Burdell, and it's going to spell the end of the president himself. Ooh, Prince Executor dashing out of that Kog'Maw passive. Will not save his life though, and it looks like Frown Power is going to put on a sad face as he goes down to the Dragon Lord and Cutie Kitty.
Oh my goodness.
But in terms of what Blue Team could do, it's rough. One, you've got problems with the comp itself because Shen jungle's kind of slow, and compared to Pantheon jungle, it's just a mismatch. Middle lane, Teemo got big. He started roaming off to the side lanes and making plays happen like you're supposed to do when you're ahead. And then bottom lane was losing, so there's not much that blue side could do there without, playing it a little bit safer. I feel like the crux, the fulcrum of the reason that I don't see anywhere for Blue Team to make a comeback is because of the Shen jungle pick. And I hate to say that, but I feel like if they had a little bit different jungler, they could make some things happen. Like if it was a Scion, I'd say, well, just send your Scion down to the bottom lane, charging in full force, and knock people up. Sure, that's great. If it was Lee Sin, have them Warthog to things,
Yeah, because they were definitely lacking in a bit of a gank potential. Like their only way to get a gank off in the spot lane and recover it early after that first kill was for Vel'Koz to land a bubble and then Shin to land a taunt. And as we talked about, that taunt is not effective CC. Oh my goodness, Twitch, run.
Get out of there, too. DCB takes a shot from the Baron, or the Dragon there, and Frauenpower has to dash his way out of the fight. Uh-oh, DCB meets Teemo in the jungle there, lands himself on an egg, and Teemo says, "Happy Easter, my friend, but I'm gonna need that money." Uh-oh, what's this? It looks like off to the side, Teemo gets taken down by Demon of the Fall. He points his laser towards the Dragon pick and gets some damage down. Frauenpower jumps over the wall, but it ends up being a little bit too late and gets taken out over the wall. La Pena de Muerte is going to be doing some damage, but he's not going to be able to pick up any kills. Failed flash from the President means that he cannot traverse the wall here. Tim the Toolman Taylor shows up solo, gets knocked back by Demon of the Fall, and now he's going to have to disengage from that.
Nice Jono placement at the end there, trying to ensure that Twitch doesn't go in on Tim the Toolman there. One thing I'm going to observe too, we were already critiquing the Shen jungle. Do not go Wits End on Shen jungle. You need to be tanky. The Sightstone is questionable, but I can definitely see it. It's a lot of raw hit points for not that much money, so it's a decent buy, but you need defensive stats. You don't need a Wits End. You don't need to be doing damage.
I would say that if it were me trying to pull up Shen jungle, I'd be going Tank Enchant and then Sunfire Cape as soon as possible to increase my clear speed.
Yep. Like, the Wits End works on Shin, but only when you're in the top lane and you're going to be in a position to split push, which he's never going to be able to do. Jimmy the Slayer will always kill him.
Yeah.
Sure, he's got lots of MR now that he has the Wits End, but Jimmy the Slayer will always kill him. In a 1v1, Jimmy will always be there.
Yeah.
So just... oh my
Especially
goodness.
with this 17 stack Magi Solar Stealer. 13, 4, and 2. Prince Exeter goes in on Cutie Kitty in the mid lane there, and he's going to turn around and not even take out the pink ward. Oh, gets slammed down by Dragon Lord and gets pushed away by Cutie Kitty towards the red side base. He's going to try to run back into the jungle. La Pena de Muerte getting stunned out by Tim Allen, who actually catches a charm to the face there. Cutie Kitty shows back up to try to land the knockup on DCB, but he's going to pick up the kill anyway. Jimmy gets caught out in the jungle by Vel'Koz and Shen and gets zeroed out himself. The President himself shows up from the side up near the Dragon Pit, picks up a kill on Twitch and turns back around.
Not really sure what Jimmy was doing there. That was a really dragged out fight by the... like, blue team just kind of walked forward and red team didn't react, costing them 2 members of their team, and then Jimmy just went to the enemy blue buff for some reason and died to a 2-man team.
Yeah, very true. Oh, that shroom doesn't quite kill Prince Sexy Turd. Just base, yep. Don't even move a muscle. Get back to the base.
That was so greedy out of Prince Sexy Turd right there. One shroom in an awkward place and he would have gone down.
The safest place to be after you step on a Teemo shroom if you want a base is exactly where you're standing.
Yep, just stop, just push the S button followed by the B button and go.
Yep.
Just go.
Just go home.
Yep.
Safe out there. It's funny though because you don't see as many shrooms on the map. I mentioned it earlier. You don't see as many shrooms on the map when Jimmy plays Teemo. It's because like 75% of them get stepped on.
Yeah,
so
well,
there's not very many on the map.
They're not wasted. Like that's the thing is, there's never a big shroom because they're never wasted.
Yeah.
They're always in spots that are gonna get hit on, which is, I guess, exactly what you want from a Teemo shroom.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not getting hit, then it's just unused mana and damage potential.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Looks like Pantheon ulti's gonna go down here. But they pushed forward. Tim the Toolman Taylor does land the stun, but what you wanted to do there, I feel, is step backwards and try to get them to step forward into the Pantheon ulti.
And we see in the top lane, Prince Sexy Turd caught out a little bit as Dragon Lord goes in, dashes in, and Jimmy the Slayer's there, man!
There he is. The kill switch gets popped, and... No. Oh my goodness, okay. Wukong
Baron,
almost pulls up the kill.
Baron right now, you see DCB in the bot lane, just go. Tim Allen is at full health, you have a Kog'Maw, you have Jimmy the Slayer at monster health. There we go, look at this.
He's got the Leandris. They're going for the early Baron take here, and this is going to be super advantageous. They should feel very... You know what? Dragon Lord should actually base here. Yeah, just base together! They just base and try to stop this Ahri in the bottom lane. I'd say is the best option for you.
Yeah, there's no need for him to be in that Baron pit taking splash
Army
damage.
did not even take out the turret here. Got a little bit squeamish with the fact that there's no
Well,
vision down there.
yeah, I would have backed there myself. When you don't see anybody on the map, you don't expect a Baron this early, especially with how squishy everybody is on the other side.
Right.
I wouldn't have predicted the Baron. I might have predicted the Baron, but it would have been dangerous for them to try
it.
it.
Would have been late. Like,
Yeah,
because
or-
you make these decisions based off what you currently see, and since there's literally no vision besides that pink ward and a couple wards in the enemy near the enemy blue buff, you wouldn't expect the Baron to happen.
Yeah, and even then, like, if you God, Jimmy the Slayer just. But talking about DCB's decision to back right there, like, worst case scenario, he dies because the enemy team is collapsing on him. Best case scenario, he does not get the tower because he doesn't have any damage. Like, I don't know. There was no advantage for him staying in that bot lane. I really don't think he would have gotten the tower because of that shield. So he definitely made the correct decision by backing there.
Yeah. So then going back to initial decision making, then what he should have done was just set the wave to push in red side's direction and then
Agreed. I definitely agree he overextended, but after recognizing he overextended, he did the correct thing and not the greedy thing, which was back off immediately because nothing good could be happening. Either the enemy team's at Baron or they're collapsing. You can't stop the Baron and you can't get the tower, so just go.
Yeah.
As we see red team, they are positioning for this dragon buff right here too. This is getting brutal as we're going to see the third dragon coming in for red team and the Baron. What do you do, man?
There's not much, honestly. They have to... Alright, so after this, red side's going to go for a siege. They need a charm. They have to have a charm. If they don't get a charm, they lose everything pretty much, so...
Yeah, as long as George P. Burdell is pretty safe in his lane positioning, do you...
Prince Sexy Turd gets caught out here. A stun goes down from Tim the Toolman Taylor, and he is going to be able to flash out.
I feel like red team needs to be pushing bot side and just send Jimmy top. Jimmy can kill probably 2 people by himself. See DCB trying to set up a flank right here too.
Ooh, good Vel'Koz laser just shreds out 2 of the members from red side there, but no one's there to really back it up considering Wukong had taken so much damage previously. Had he been at full health, I'd say Wukong go in there. Oh, DCB goes into the fight off to the side there. One blind shreds his HP though, and he's going to get taken low. It looks like Prince Sexy Turret and Demon of the Fall are stuck in the middle of the fight. Pantheon ulti comes down near the turret. That dude's got very low health first.
Yeah, Tim says it's tool time and then goes, wait, never mind, guys.
He's like, you know what, wait, hold on, it's tool time in like 15 to 20 minutes. Oh, it was too early.
Shin Taunt lands onto Jimmy the Slayer, he lands the blind onto Teemo, tower goes down.
Oh my goodness, Teemo is still alive in this middle of the fight, he gets exhausted, and then he just puts Zonias on himself and he manages to walk out the back door there. Turns back around to do damage to this inhibitor.
What? Yasuo goes greedy for the kill there, doesn't get anything out of it. Blue team loses the inhibitor as Prince Sexy Turd and Twitch catch on to Tim Allen here, but...
Tim the Toolman Taylor getting very greedy here. He's going to turn back around and try to take out Prince Sexy Turd, but he's only going to get baited out with this clone. It's going to be Wukong who picks up the kill and then gets cleaned up by George P. Purdell. Right now, red team does not need to be in this lane at all. They need to be top lane, getting damage down on this turret that's got such a huge mini wave stacked up on it.
Yeah, they need to either be top or go B immediately. By staying there, they're just opening themselves up to a good Shin ult or a nice Twitch invisibility followed up by a Vel'Koz bubble.
Yeah.
Because this is just dangerous, man.
Super, super risky. Both sides disengage though, and now it looks like blue team's got some time to clean up some of these side waves as red team goes back to refill their pockets with items and empty their wallets of gold.
Jimmy might have too much gold at this point, man. He's getting close to that 6-item power spike. Did he sell? He sold his Magi's finally. He had died one too many times. Decides probably the death cap is a more efficient buy, more efficient use of his money.
It definitely is. It's not as good as it was before, now that it loses half stacks on that.
Yeah.
You get to 20 stacks and you die once, and now you're at 10. It's just
he used it for the power window where it was good for him, and then he sold it immediately, which is pretty intelligent decision making.
Yeah, I would have held on to it for the greed.
Yeah, I mean, you're a greedy man. It's all right. We all are.
It feels bad to sell something
for
another item in this game that's not a Doran's item.
Yeah, I would say he got his money's worth out of it when he picked up 2 or 3 kills off of it.
Right.
So it was, it served its purpose. Now it's going to become a style and cap.
Alright, so
Oh my
Kitty
goodness.
running away from DCB in the jungle here actually gets taunted out by Frown Power. The ulti will not save her life as that back end of Orb of Deception just crushes her health bar.
Yeah. This is one of the dangers you run into as a support when you're ahead. You get a little bit, you think you're a little bit stronger than you are, so you go to ward solo and you will die against an Ahri or a Shen or something like that. You can't let your gold deceive you as a support. You don't have this huge gold lead. You have a lot of utility still, but you're not tanky. You just got to be careful as Cutie Kitty in this situation.
Yeah, I do like the itemization on Cutie Kitty's part, though. Picking up that Ardent Sensor just means that shield does 20% more work, essentially. Teemo gets shredded out! The taunt lands, but he zonies out of a huge amount of the Vel'Koz ulti. Gets away out of the backside of that jungle there, and baits Prince Sexy Turret into one of the shrooms. It looks like Dragon Lord's going to get directly onto the Pene de Muerte and take him out there, and it looks like TCB's going to turn back around and get the damage down and pick up the kill on Yasuo. The President himself just spitting on everyone. He might be able to pick up this kill on Prince Sexy. Oh, but he doesn't actually find him in that stealth there. Pantheon is free to literally push on this top lane still. I don't know why it's going mid.
I don't know. I have no idea what he's doing. That was a free tower if he just... I mean, pushing this up is fine, but it would have naturally pushed. Oh, goes for this Prince Sexy turret. Not a bad pickup, but I still don't think he's going to get an objective off of it. Janna, Pantheon, just go get the tower, man. Just go. Not that tower.
Go up there. No, no, this is not what you want to be doing.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Alright, I'm going to bestow some knowledge on the folks here. Moving between, like, if you notice everyone's dead, moving to a different location than where you're currently at takes time, which means that by the time you arrive at your intended objective, the death timers are lower than they were when you initially made the decision to go take something else. So what I'm trying to tell you is, in my very complicated lingo, is when everyone is dead, take the nearest thing first before you think of anything else. It's just the easiest thing to do.
Stretch with the wisdom, guys.
Yeah.
Stretch with the... Moving takes times, 2014 stretch.
Exactly. Guess what? Moving takes time.
Pantheon going in for the jump when he's so low. Oh my goodness.
He finds Frown Power out in the jungle, but actually gets no damage down as the damage from the Slayer will just take him out there.
And I'm just gonna look at the Shen build one more time. I'm not trying to be overcritical of him, but I do not think the Thornmail is the items he's looking for either, considering Kog'Maw does so much non-AD damage. He would have been better off. Kog'Maw does so much magic damage along with everything else he does. Prioritizing MR would have probably been better.
Tank enchant, immediate lock in the inventory.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Absolutely. I would not have picked up this Wit's End. I would not have gone the... I feel like the Shin jungle could have worked. It's just the itemization was a little bit wonky. President himself catches a laser and a charm. Nope, Dot flashes the charm. Oh no. Might have overextended here, Purple Team, as they thought their Baron was stronger than it was, dude.
Yeah, Wukong gets a kill there, and so does Shen. Charm lands on Teemo there, and actually gets taunted out directly afterwards. Fantastic staggering of CC as Tim, the Toolman Taylor, gets the stun down on Frown Power as he has to walk back to base. Alright,
guys, I'm gonna give a bit of stretch-like knowledge here. Shop after you Baron. There's almost never a time when that's not the appropriate action.
Yeah, new Baron is so good for that. It's almost it's literally made to be shopped directly.
Oh my goodness. The President himself is gonna go oh my goodness. President goes down. Can't manage to take out Prince. Yeah, go for it.
Prince Sector with a fantastic stealth comes back into the fight and actually picks up the kill after the knockup from Demon of the Fall lands. So a lot of burst damage coming out of this Wukong, and he's a very high damage build, and he's got that Banshee's Veil to kind of negate some of these Teemo shrooms as he's moving around the map, but I feel like the damage isn't needed, is what I'm trying to say, because of the Twitch. Like, the Twitch Vel'Koz backline is so much damage that as long as you live and peel, you're in control.
Well, I'm also okay with him going the damage. I just feel like they need a tank, and it can't be Shen. Or
Yeah.
like Shen has already opted out of it, so it kind of defaults Wukong into that position.
Right.
But I'm fine with one of the two frontliners having damage, just because getting on top of Teemo or getting on top of Kog'Maw and instantly bursting them, like we've seen Wukong do,
That's very true.
is very good.
Yeah.
You know, that's removing one of those threats is very important.
Frown Power trying to land the taunt on a Cutie Kitty. He's actually going to get baited in. Knockup lands from Dragon Lord. He's going to get Dunkarina, but it's going to be Teemo, of course.
Of
With all the
course,
damage
man.
in the universe, he gets the kill there.
Oh my goodness, I am liking to see. I am liking all these Banshee's Veils we're starting to see coming from the blue side. Definitely an important item against the Teemo, man.
It's just because people always complain, well, what if my Banshee's Veil blocks something insignificant like a Ziggs Bomb? And I'm like, dude, a Ziggs Bomb's like 450 HP.
Yeah, what else?
It's worth it, trust me.
What other item in the game has the upside of blocking potentially 1,000 damage? Like,
Yeah.
what other item gives you 1,000 damage shield? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And the shrooms right now do so much that if it negates one of them, you literally save like 600 HP.
Yep. Not to mention all the just the raw stats it gives, the HP, the MR. We see the Seraph or the freaking Vel'Koz ult coming in just for a wave clear, basically.
I mean, and I consider that to be a good usage too. Just
Yep.
push them away from that turret, deny them that turret kill, and buy yourself some time to push out this mid lane a bit farther.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine for a second stretch a world where Red Team where they had shopped immediately after that Baron. They would still have Baron right now. They could have taken that tower with minions alone.
Honestly, the game might be over.
Yeah, like, oh my goodness, Prince Sexy Turret going in deep right there.
Uses
Manages.
the clone to kind of face check that rush, but it looks like Tim the Toolman Taylor's going to go in for the stun on DCB, gets back out of the fight, Frown Power taunts in, and it's going to be Janna with a fantastic ulti that keeps some people alive at least. Tim the Toolman Taylor caught in the middle of 3 of the enemy team there, and Jimmy the Slayer says, nope, actually, yup. Picks up the kill on Demon of the Fall, Prince Sexy Turret procs the kill switch. He procs the kill switch after landing on that shroom. Oh my goodness.
And the whole time Super Minions are pounding in the top lane too, so they're in a prime position to take some Nexus towers here.
Yeah, I'd
potentially
say
even the game.
They could end. Jimmy the Slayer flashes in on DCB. He blocks the back end of the Orbit Deception, actually uses the Wind Wall that kind of eats it.
Yeah.
And now these
Wayman-
Super Minions are just going to close the way. I don't even think, even if Red Team wasn't here, that DCB
Yeah.
can clear out these minions.
No, there's not a chance. This is game over, man.
There
So
it is.
we're pretty decided that the tipping factor was the Shin jungle this game. It just wasn't like we don't agree with the pick, but we also think that the build was a little bit not executed properly.
Well, think about it like this, okay? You have 2 people on your team with stealth capability, and you have a Shen jungle. Wukong steps into the top lane brush, stealths and goes in. He knocks up Yasuo. Shen comes in with an ulti like during that stealth time period, and he's there for the fight. They kill the turret, they rotate. You can do the same thing with the Twitch on the bot lane. So I feel like Shen jungle could have worked. He should have stayed into the jungle till 6, pulled off one of those plays, taken the nearest target. If it was bot lane, also take Dragon, build hard cooldown reduction, and keep pressing R.
Yeah, they definitely. He tried to be more gank centric when he probably needed to play like Warwick and just show up post 6.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Save lives. Save lives.
All right, peace.